What up, reader fam? Today I'm going to be sharing with you the books that I'm planning to read this summer. And this video is being sponsored in part by Penguin Random House. I'm not necessarily going to show you every single book that I'm hoping to read this summer because there are a lot of books that I really want to get to, but these are just some of the books that I'm hoping to read this summertime. I'm so excited to just get the chance to read this summer. I really haven't gotten the chance to read that much up until this point in 2017, and it makes me really sad. Life has just been crazy busy, but with summer comes more free time for me, and so that just means my free time will be filled with reading time. And I just currently have this like burning, fiery drive to read all the books right now. Having just gotten back from Book Expo and BookCon, I am ready to dive into some books. So without further ado, let me share with you some of the books that I'm hoping to read this summer. The first one I'm going to mention is one that I forgot to mention in my most anticipated summer book releases, and that is Little Monsters. So this story is about a girl named Casey who moves in with her father after leaving her mother, who she had a really not so great relationship with. Moving in with her father brings this whole new life. She's got a loving father, loving siblings, and she's even made some really great new friends. That is until these new friends start to grow distant, and Casey doesn't really understand why this is. She just kind of hit it off with these people, and now they've just completely grown apart. Unfortunately, Casey never really gets the chance to confront them about it because they go to this party, and the next day, one of the girls has gone completely missing. And I believe this girl's disappearance is kind of pinned on Casey. And Casey has no idea why. That's all I really know about this book. It's a psychological thriller. I think it's good to go into these books not knowing too much because they're more surprising that way. If you go into a thriller knowing too many details, I feel like it can kind of take away from the overall story. I know that the author has also written another thriller that I own, and that is The Darkest Corner, so I would like to read that one before I end up reading this one, but this one is one that I am definitely anticipating and can't wait to read. The next book is one that I don't have yet, and that is actually the Booksplosion book of the month for the month of June, and that is The Golden Compass. We don't have a live show date set yet, but keep your eyes on our social medias, and we'll announce soon when our live show is going to be. But I feel like this is a book that quite a few of you guys have probably already read, so you can just pop in and join the discussion. It's going to be a great time, like always. I always love reading the Booksplosion book of the month and discussing it with you guys. Now, I've already read The Golden Compass, and unfortunately, I did not enjoy it the first time I read it. I am going to be rereading it for this live show to kind of see if my opinion has changed at all. I think a major part of the reason why I didn't enjoy this book the first time around is because I had to read it for school, and that's never really that fun. And for me, I feel like that might have killed my overall enjoyment for this story, so I am looking forward to giving it another chance and to seeing if I like it or if I still hate it. We'll just have to wait and see. The next book on my list that I'm hoping to read this month, and one that I've actually already started, is Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvel. I'm pretty sure I just butchered that. I'm sorry, author, if you're watching this video. This is a book that I've been wanting to read for quite some time now, so I'm excited to be diving into this book. Like I said, I've already started it, and I'm enjoying it so far. It hasn't completely grabbed me yet, but I feel like I'm getting to the point where it's going to grab me. This story starts off following this girl who is riding her bike one day, just minding her own business, and then she falls in this hole in the earth. And she ends up landing in this giant metal hand that has all these intricate details, and it's glowing turquoise. So throughout this book, we have this person who is interviewing all these different people. The story is legitimately told in interviews, which I think is really cool. It's a really interesting format. So basically, throughout this book, we're following this person who is collecting all this information to uncover the mystery behind this giant glowing hand that just happens to be sitting in a hole in the earth. I haven't read that much sci-fi in my lifetime, so I'm looking forward to reading this one, and I hope that I enjoy it. Next up, I am hoping to read The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson, book 2 in the Mistborn trilogy. Now, I actually started this book back in January, but life got really busy and I had to set it aside. I think I got like 150 pages into it, and I loved every bit of it, so I am really looking forward to getting back into the story and to completing this book and to finding out what happens next in this trilogy. It's taken me how many years to finally get to the second book? Mind you, I still don't know if I'll be able to finish this book this summer, but it's high on the priority list for me over here. Like, I really want to read it this summer. You guys should send me lots of encouragement this summer to read this book. Please, I need all the encouragement. The next book I am hoping to get to is one that I think a lot of you guys will be very excited for, and that is the first book in the Heroes of Olympus series, The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. The time has finally come! I will be reading the first book in the Heroes of Olympus. I'm a little nervous going into this book because there's a lot of hype surrounding this series, and hype can be a little bit scary at times, but at the same time, this is Rick flippin' Riordan. I should end up enjoying it. I really enjoy the way he tells stories. I love his characters, so I'm hoping that I enjoy it, but at the same time, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. Like, what if I end up hating this book? Like, if I end up hating this book, I feel like a lot of you guys will end up hating me. Please don't hate me. And finally, the last book that I have on my summer TBR is We Are Okay by Nina LaCour. Now, this book is kind of representing the fact that I want to read all of the contemporary stories this summer. I feel like my bookshelves back here are just jam-packed with contemporary stories that I've yet to read, so I really want to get to reading quite a few of them this summer. But this one right here is just one that I really want to read really soon. This story follows a girl named Marin who is kind of on the run from her past life. She just wants to escape the life that she's had, and she just wants to move forward with her life, but I think that everything just kind of catches up to her, and she's having to face her past experiences head on. That's all I really know about this book, but that has me really wanting to pick it up. And also, I've just been hearing so many great things about this book, so that's definitely heightened my need to read this book. So that's just a little peek on some of the books that I want to read this upcoming summer. You guys should let me know down below if you have read any of the books that I mentioned in today's video and what you thought of them, but also let me know down below some of the books that you are hoping to read this summer. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos frequently on this channel, so if you want to be notified as to when I post new videos, be sure and go and hit subscribe, or go click the little bell icon and you'll be notified as to when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew.